Hello, back on the marshes and this beautiful reed bed, and again the reed warblers singing over there. You can probably hear. Might be a bit windy. I'm going to cup my hands around that just to keep the wind off it. And in the field behind me over here, there's a wonderful pheasant courtship going on, which is it's like watching our chickens that we used to have in the garden when the cockerel used to sort of show off around the hens. And I can't necessarily really show it to you, but it's just fabulous being here. I'm going to try and show you a couple of little things. First of all, field full of sheep and lambs. That's where the pheasants are doing their thing. And then there's this little guy on the reeds here. I'm going to see if I can get him in nice and close. I'm not sure if you can see that. Is that visible? Let's see if I can tap on it and make it focused a little better. Some kind of fly. I'm not quite sure what kind of fly. Any ideas? And of course, then the wonderful reed warbler sound that we heard the other time that I did the video. And now suddenly there's like 4, 5 or 6 of them all at once. Really loud. Let's walk along the road a little bit and see if we can. Here's one. He's very close in the reeds here. Now there's one there. There's another one just up here. Ooh, especially for Ruby this bit. There's a snail. Halfway up the reeds. How do you get there? You might even be able to hear some moorhen. There was moorhen chuggling away in the water over there. I'm not sure if you can see, but from here there's actually a little pool here. It's quite tricky to see, but in that pool there's a little bed of reeds which I wonder might be a nest for swans. I'm not going to trample through and find out what it is because I don't want to disturb anything. There's also loads more swallows here this time. There were about 3 or 4 flying around by the farm just down the road there. Chetty's warblers singing as well. A hobby flew over and a single lapwing, and I've seen my first swifts of this year, which has made me very, very happy. 4 swifts flying over down level, which is just lovely. Even though it's not a sunny day, it's just really cheering to see swifts coming back. And geese as well. Geese flying over quite a bit as well, making a lot of honking noises. I think they're getting to sort of breeding season and quite happy with making all their noises for one another. Anyway, that's all for it now. There's actually a path through the reeds, so it was really easy to follow, and the nest is unoccupied, but it's huge. It's probably 6-7 feet long by about 3 or 4 feet wide. It's very thick. It's probably a foot above the water level, although it's built on the edge of the water. It's actually from this sort of edge over here is a foot higher than the water that's down below over there and down there. So it's huge, absolutely huge, but obviously unoccupied. No eggs, no swans sitting. So perhaps a bit early for swans nesting now. I don't know. I'm not sure what time of year they nest. We're at the beginning of May now. I would have thought they'd have been nesting by now, but anyway, good to look at. I'm going to try to capture, well, not capture, but just capture the sound of the Chetty's warbler. There's one that has sung a couple of times in this little kind of copse of trees on the edge of, you can see there's one of the drainage sewers that goes down there. There he is. That's the Chetty. He's gone over this side now. He's in there. But what they tend to do is they sing once and then they fly somewhere else. So I've probably frightened him off. So we'll see if we can catch it again. just out of the wind now. And it's really peaceful here actually when the wind drops. Reed warbler in there. But of course the Chetty's warbler won't perform on command. I've only ever captured sight of one once, and that was at the back of Tollgate School, entirely by chance. And I've been hearing them singing their ridiculously loud song several times, and then suddenly one flew into the tree by the bridge that I was standing on, and it was only about 8 to 10 feet away, and I managed to look at it through the binoculars as well as just with my eyes. And then it sang to absolutely confirm that it was a Chetty's warbler. And when you hear it, you know. Quite a lot of crows around. That was awesome, isn't it? What a great noise. I'll leave it with that. Oh my gosh, cuckoo. And it's this way, it's this way, it's this way. Just heard it. I'm going to walk around the corner. Oh, and there's another couple of lapwing flying over. Oh, what a day. I feel like Steve Backshall. Look at that! 2, 3 lapwing flying over. Now I need to try and find a fairly sheltered spot and for the wind to drop to be able to hear the cuckoo. 3, 4 lapwing now. And the swallows still. This is the farmyardy bit where the swallows are flying around. I think there may be a nest nearby, probably a regular nesting spot that they come back to. But difficult to know for certain whether they are already nesting. It's probably a bit early. But I just heard a cuckoo just before I started filming. So I'm going to try to, it's a little bit more sheltered here, less windy. See if I can get down to around the corner here, behind the house. Just on the public road, by the way. I'm not trespassing across anybody's property to do this. A couple of collared doves in there. They've been singing quite a bit, but it definitely wasn't those. They have been cooing away to one another as a pair, a bit like the pheasants that were there in the other field. They are getting fruity with one another. It's that time of year. So now then, I'm going to just stop at this gate here. It's May the 4th, and I think I've just seen, there's a marsh harrier right over in the distance. I'm going to check with my binoculars. Oh, he's behind the bushes. Oh, I'm having a good day. Right, let's see. I can't see if you can see me. Nope, can't see it now. Beautiful views of the observatory at Hailsham from here. Right, come back, Mr. Harrier, and I will confirm, is it a harrier or is it just a low-flying buzzard? Bit tricky to see from here, and I didn't have my binoculars on it, so. But the cuckoo! Get that cuckoo sound! That was brilliant. I'm going to stay and listen, actually, for that again now. Chiff chaff. A lot of sheep. Plenty of wood pigeons. Starlings. Those lapwing that flew over as well, lapwings. Now there's something. Pluralising birds. Chickens or chicken? What are your thoughts? I say chickens. But apparently chicken it might be very faint to you, I don't know. As well as the noisy starlings that are nesting on the house behind me. But that cuckoo is definitely around at the back there somewhere, around the back of that house. Around the back of there. Let's take a little further walk down the road. I think it's through here somewhere. On the other side of those fields. But I've just spotted a little gateway here as well. So we may... There it is. Can you hear that? Okay, here comes the gate. Here's the gateway. All right, I'm going to lean on the gate. And we're going to listen. Chip chat. There he is. Another chip chaff up in there. I think the cuckoo is the other side of this hedgerow that's here now, so it actually sounds a little quieter. Might be better back under the trees. Definitely louder here. Listen. It's really going for it now. Really going for it. Right, this bit's a bit more open here. I'm just hoping I might see it. There's something just flown into that tree. Wood pigeon, I think, but... And the cuckoo call can travel a really long way. I've been in my garden at home and heard cuckoo calling. I've heard tawny owl calling as well from the garden at home, and we're in the centre of the town and the woodland is at least a mile away. So this cuckoo might not just be just over there, it might be, you know, a quarter of a mile away or so. I hope that the noise of the trees isn't too invasive on this. And the sheep as well, a lot of sheep noise. Geese now, more Canada geese. Come on, Mr. Cuckoo. I've come back to the van and spotted the marsh harrier again. Definitely marsh harrier. Over the reeds, there he is. Just, well, quartering like the barn owls do, kind of up and down. And the very distinctive sort of black and white under the wings, and then they sort of stoop to a hover above the reeds and then suddenly drop in. There he goes, straight in, he or she. And then up again. So definitely a marsh harrier, that's really good, isn't it? Only popped by on the off chance.